Okay, so this is video number 9. I'm doing this a day in advance because I've got a busy day tomorrow meeting up with clients for coffee and chats, because probably one of the most important things when it comes to clarity and confidence is the people that matter to our success and happiness. And when you're not able to manage your critic and you don't have clarity of what you want and you don't have confidence in yourself and what you're asking for, often what we can do is avoid meeting up with people. So a little bit of planning ahead of my time. I'm going to put this video out for you today. I have a philosophy around clarity, because that's one of the things that can go wrong, and I've had it happen with myself as well. Is I've done it before. I've been whinging away to Mark, and I've been going, oh, you don't support me properly, or you don't do whatever do. And it was over the years that because he's a trained facilitator, and what he would normally do, he'd go, well, what if you do this? And he'd come up with all these solutions like, oh, you're not listening, you don't understand. And when I started saying to him, I tell you what really works for me when I'm having a tiswas, I said, it's not really your fault, I'm just in a bit of a muddle. Can you ask me one of 2 questions? And so it wasn't easy for him, because he was like on autopilot wanting to solve the problem. But one of the things that made the biggest difference in my business was being able to create support at home, because he was somebody I talked to a lot, I was confiding in, and his support really mattered to me. And whilst I didn't want to burden him and bog him down with all the stuff about work, I didn't really know who else to talk to about it. So 2 questions I want to share with you today that I work with, that worked for us, is if I was whinging about something that wasn't working and I was moaning, and even if I was blaming him for stuff, and I was falling into the 3 things of procrastination, blame or resentment, which you on the video 7 yesterday will tell you a bit more about. I said to him, ask me 12 questions. So he'd go to me, right, so what would you like to have happen? Which would make me stop and go, instead of moaning about what I didn't want, I'd have to say what I did want. And if I go, well, what I want is this, but nothing works, and I start again going into drama, he'd go, okay, so he'd go, but what is working? Because often I found when people are asked solution-focused questions, it's really hard to talk about what you do want if your emotional collateral is diminished, because you just have lost complete sight of what is working. So to get clarity, one of the most important things the C stands for is curiosity. So I want you to get really curious about your language, about what you're paying attention to, whether or not you can reflect back over today when you watch this video. Can you identify what's working for you today, what has worked this week? Can you identify what your partner, your family, your clients, your friends, everybody around you, can you see, hear and feel what they're doing that's really beneficial to you? Can you hear and feel how they're adding value to your life? And even more importantly, can you tell them about it? Can you express it? So you can express what's working for yourself, and can you express and tell those other people? Because if you want for you to manage your own critic, the first thing is to get clarity and be very curious about what you want, but also get really curious and get clarity about what works for you. What are your strengths? And sometimes the way to do it is to start seeing and hearing strengths in other people, and getting one important person in your life to start identifying your strengths for you. So that's the challenge today. We're going to be putting this video into the Manage Your Critic group, which is a 21-day program that is starting on Monday with a webinar from 1 till 2 with Karen and I. But the members, as they sign up and they join in, they get to go in the group, and I'm going to leave this one in there. So for you group members, I want you to leave down below the answer to the question, what would you like to have happen in the next 21 days? And in terms of managing your critic, what has worked in the past, or what is working? Let's take some time now to really, really celebrate who you are and what your strengths are. Those of you who haven't joined up yet, check the number out, check the link out, join us. It's going to be a great 21 days to kickstart 2016.